Hi, this is the first time I've ever done a live, so welcome to anybody who's here, and please be patient with me while I figure out how to use this system. Hi, Coffee. Hi, Susie Q. I don't exactly know what I'm doing. I've never done lives before, and I don't actually watch them all that much, so I'm happy to answer any questions. I think in the future, hi, Di. I think in the future, I will probably try and do a Q&A or have a theme for different lives, but I'm just sort of trying to learn how to use the platform at the moment, and I'm working on some Christmas knitting. So, hi. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. I hope that things are going well on your end. Hi. Oh, thanks, Wendy. Welcome. Yeah, I don't exactly know what people want out of lives. I haven't spent much time on TikTok watching other folks' lives to figure out what is it that people are hoping for. I asked on my YouTube earlier today, would y'all prefer I do a Q&A or would you prefer I do like a theme for each live? And I got kind of like a 50-50 split. So it's, maybe I'll try both. Maybe I'll try to do Q&As on a theme and ask in advance on both YouTube and probably on Blue Sky what people would like to talk about. I know in the past people have said they would really love to have me talk more about parenting and see if maybe some of my adult kids might be interested in joining on lives. I know they've done some of my YouTube videos in the past. Yeah. Hi, Paul. So this is my room, by the way. This is my good night wall. My kids painted this for me in 2020. We have a pretty small house, so I'm going to figure out a better place to do lives. But for now, I'm filming in my bedroom so that it's quiet. This is also where I tend to work. I don't have an office, so I work with my laptop and my little camera stand, and I film in here most of the time because the rest of the house is too loud. Yeah, if y'all have any advice on, how am I preparing for the economic situation? Gosh, that's a really good question. Do you mean in terms of the fact that everything is going to get way more expensive? Or, yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's my earrings are from Woodlands Custom Craft, by the way. I think that they are still on TikTok. I know that she has an Etsy store. So one of the things that our family's doing to prepare for difficult upcoming economic circumstances, because I think it's just going to get worse, is we're definitely locking down all our spending in any way that we can. We already don't spend very much, so it's really hard for us to pinch pennies. I know where I am in Portland that some of our utilities are going up 11%. I think our water's going up 16%. So just having conversations with my kids about how we can try to reduce our water usage and conserve electric usage, because it's pretty spendy for us. Is there flooding in Portland? There's not. I know that was on the news a couple of days ago. My cousin in Kentucky texted me and was like, are y'all worried? There was localized flooding in the streets, right? Like storm drains that were not draining properly. But my sump pump was running in my basement, but there's not like widespread flooding or anything like that. Yeah, I don't know what else y'all are doing to prepare for more difficult economic times. Just trying to conserve as much as we possibly can and have some pretty frank conversations with our kids, because my kids are 14, 17, 21, and 23, so we can have really honest conversations. Hey, we all participate in protecting our resources right now. So hang on just one sec. I'm going to grab my water. Hang on. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, doing the same, watching my expenses. Yeah, it's so difficult to know how much worse things are going to get. And I know that people are already really running on tight budgets as it is. So it's like, where can you possibly cut back and what's going to get worse? And it's hard to know what to anticipate. We definitely are trying to buy in bulk. Hi. We definitely are trying to buy in bulk whenever possible. I store a lot of things. Like if coffee's on sale, I'll get extra and I'll put it in the freezer. If there's some kind of dry good that I can get at a good price, I will buy it in bulk. And then under our breakfast nook table, I have jars of things, glass jars of all kinds of things, so that we can kind of shop out of our own pantry, so we don't have to buy things based on what the market is doing. So I think a lot of my kind of previous frugal not homesteader, I would say, like homemaker instincts are coming back to serve me well, to think about how to live within a budget. Am I hopeful for next year's elections? That's a really loaded question. I want to be hopeful. I'm really encouraged every time I join an Indivisible What's the Plan call and I listen to Ezra and Leah talk and I see all these people who are motivated to want to get corporate money out of our election system. People who are really motivated to get involved in grassroots organizing and primary elections, and seeing really good folks who believe in democracy and representative government who want to run for office. That gives me a lot of hope. I'm still frustrated by how much our elections they feel like they're almost predetermined in some ways. We were having this conversation at the Indivisible What's the Plan call this past Thursday about how the deep CCC comes in and they'll just drop like hundreds of thousands of dollars on an establishment candidate, whoever Chuck Schumer is endorsing. And then it just feels very difficult to have these more progressive candidates be able to, I'm learning how to do something new. Hang on a second. It says swipe here. Okay. To have these more progressive candidates have a voice, right? They don't get the same kind of funding. So they don't get the same kind of reach in terms of advertising. I don't know how to overcome that other than just to have a huge number of people get involved in elections. So I don't know what y'all think. Oh, hi, Go Live Vegas. Hi, Erin. How are you? Hi. Thanks for hopping on while I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing. Yeah. How are other people feeling about elections? Like either locally where you are, I'm feeling very positive about local elections, I should say. Not as much about national level elections. Yeah. Yeah. Di, are you going live tonight? Tomorrow. Okay. Awesome. Yeah. Trump will stop the elections. Okay. Oh, you're scared. Yeah. I think a lot of people really are. And this is where I think it's a benefit to learn about how autocrats have functioned in other countries, to know that Donald Trump is using a really predictable playbook, right? And to understand that autocrats in other countries have not full-on canceled elections because that results pretty typically in a giant revolt of the people. And they're all about the authoritarian creep. So if he does a really big move, like saying, we're going to suspend elections, that's going to get the wrong kind of result. What they try to do is give themselves this kind of veneer, this faux legitimacy by having elections, but then making sure they control the outcome. That's far more common. It's far more common to see situations where you have an election, the opposition party wins, the autocrat comes in and says, actually, these elections were rigged, they were stolen, so I will declare who the rightful winner is. That, for me, is the real concern. Why is nobody stopping him? That's a really good question that I've been asking since February. I think a lot of people are organizing to stop him. I also think a lot of people are learning how to resist fascism for the first time. And so what they're having to do is figure out these skills and learn what other resistance movements throughout history have done. So it's this process of skill building, people waking up to the severity of the situation and then organizing. Coffee Run says, excited about Mom Donnie. Yeah, I'm very disparaged by the Democrats' response to him. I am too. I think that we're likely to see corporate establishment Democrats push back against more progressive candidates, especially DSA candidates and elected officials. I think that is just a normal expectation that we should have. So getting back to the question about, feeling frustrated that nobody is stopping Trump, there's no quick way out of this. And so, yes, it is a race against the regime as they're trying to consolidate power, but it's taken us a while to get ourselves, to build up that momentum. And so we're a little bit behind and then we're catching up. But even so, there's no quick win. There's no, giant protest in the streets for a couple of days that will stop this. It really is that kind of slow chipping away at the pillars of support, unfortunately, from what we've seen from other resistance movements. So I think people would like it to be over quickly, and they believe because it's not already over that nobody is organizing to stop it. And I don't think that's true. I think that Trump is harassing Venezuela because he thinks if we are at war, we'll vote red. Yeah, it's pretty typical from my understanding. Hi, yes, I'm live. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm sorry, I'm very clumsy at this right now. I think that autocrats, they want to be warmongers because then they can justify taking away a lot of powers. We've seen US presidents do that throughout history, right? All kinds of powers that a president will claim in the name of like, I'm protecting our country from some foreign invader. I need to do this in order to defend our nation. Yeah, I think that's very likely what's going on. Thanks, Di. Am I talking too fast? This is how fast I talk in real life. I'm always trying to slow down and not speak quite so fast. Can't change horses in midstream. Yeah, you're doing okay. Thank you. Okay, appreciate that. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, please tell me, please, all of the feedback and help me figure out what to do. I know that some of the other lives I've watched, and I talked with Knitting Cult Lady a little bit, what people do in their lives. I've seen other people work on their knitting, or I was thinking about getting my spinning wheel out and spinning while I'm talking. Possibility Maven earlier today was replanting, I think, aloe vera plants for Christmas gifts. She was dividing them and potting them up for Christmas gifts. So I don't know if people normally just work on whatever they're doing in their ordinary life. I guess I should watch some more lives and figure it out. No, you're fine. Okay, thank you. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, what other questions? Thank you, Erin. Yes, please help me figure out what I'm doing. You do you. Okay. I'm really bad at faking being anything else. I'm very, very bad at dissembling. So recommend moderators. Okay. Thank you for that. I will make sure to try and get moderators going. I do worry a little bit. That's one of the reasons I haven't done lives until now, is that I've been pretty worried about what might happen in a live that I don't know how to kind of keep tabs on or control. Yeah. Yeah. What other questions do y'all have? What other topics would you like to see me talk about? I guess that's a good, I would like this space to be useful for other people. If I'm going to take time to do this, I would like to try and be useful, right? Helpful. Do you think Republicans will retire in the next 45 days? I think there are probably going to be more. I hope so. I think there are more Republicans who are taking really cushy jobs. One of the things I learned this year is how many members of Congress move on to lobbying or to become board members or executives for big corporations very quickly after they retire. I think there's a waiting span of like 2 years before they can take certain corporate jobs or lobbying jobs. But an awful lot of them, when it's not super fun or they don't feel like they're getting their way in Congress, they retire and they take a really cushy job in the corporate sphere. They'll be sued into oblivion. I just don't understand why Republicans lie down and take it. This is something, Jen, I agree with you. That's something that I don't understand either. Why is it that so many Republicans don't have a spine? In particular, for me, it's looking at Republicans in the Senate, because these are folks with really huge egos who enjoy their power, right? So I think when Heather Cox Richardson said really early in the year that she thought Republicans in the Senate were going to stand up to Donald Trump, I was pretty mixed on that. But at the same time, there are these guys with really, Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz, these are really ambitious men with very big egos. And it's been odd to see how much that they're just folding and they're just going along with whatever Trump wants and they're just giving him all of their power. That has never really made sense to me. And I think that that's what drives this kind of, I don't want to say it's a conspiracy theory, but this theory that Trump has some kind of dirt on them. He has something that he's holding over their heads. That may be true. Yeah. Okay. I believe they are paid off large sums or threatened or both. I think there's an element of threats. Lisa Murkowski said that they were being threatened, which is like, Loki, I get threatened. What do you, like, I get death threats all the time. Regular, ordinary people in pro-democracy movement, they get threats all the time. But big, powerful senators with tons of money, like, yeah, I don't know. They don't have integrity, I guess. I honestly think Trump has so much more on others. Yeah, he might, considering how much stuff it seems likely that Jeffrey Epstein had on people. I imagine there's a lot of blackmail and a lot of being able to leverage people with information. Information is currency, right? I'm disappointed in them and the media. I'm not sure that I'm disappointed in the media. I think the media is functioning largely as they have been for several years. I think if we go back, it's going to get loud for a second because my adult kids are coming home from being out with their friends, just so you know. I think that corporate legacy media is behaving as expected. because their motivation is profit. A number of them, like CNN, their CEOs are big Trumpers. So it doesn't surprise me all that much. Plus, a lot of these folks in media used to work for right-wing media, right? Like Caitlin Collins worked for, what was it, the Daily Caller? So in some ways, it doesn't surprise me. Well, the house... Hi, Ruth. I'm doing a live for the first time. Just say hi to people.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
We just went to the thrift store.
You went to the thrift store? Okay, this is my eldest kid. You want to say hi?
Hello.
What's happening?
I'm doing a live for the first time ever. Did you guys have a good thrift store haul?
Is this so Jackie Kennedy?
Okay, wait, you have to show people.
It's not Jackie Kennedy.
It's not Jackie Kennedy, it's really...
Jackie Kennedy didn't wear pleather.
It
Is this pleather? White pleather?
You don't
So,
understand, like...
okay, when I say Jackie Kennedy, I mean Dr. Girlfriend from Venture Bros.
Okay.
So I'm joking, I don't actually mean Jackie Kennedy.
You bought a white pleather skirt. Girl, your butt's gonna get so sweaty in that.
Yeah, well, I was gonna wear it to the club.
You're gonna wear it to the goth club?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. What is that version of white? Is it white goth? What do they call themselves? Where they wear all white instead of all black?
Yeah, white goth.
They call themselves white goth, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they're kind of annoying, but...
They're annoying. Are there not annoying versions of goth?
Oh, that's gonna be me.
That's gonna be you, at the goth club
Okay.
tonight? You have to show people what you got.
Okay.
What?
You know, well, we were putting together...
What in the circa 2007 Christina Aguilera is that?
We're putting together an outfit that's like 2020 teenagers' idea of a Y2K baddie.
Oh, Y2K baddie. Okay.
Also pleather.
Yeah.
These are the only things that I bought. But
Okay.
B bought a bunch of stuff.
Okay.
This is for New Year's.
Are you still live streaming, honey?
I'm still live streaming. People are saying hi. Oh, that's cute for New Year's.
Yeah.
Well, even be getting it, but I think it'll be...
Was the thrift store busy?
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, some Goodwill.
Not the Goodwill, because...
Okay. Just don't tell people that. Yeah.
This is for the courtroom.
The
That's
courtroom.
not for the courtroom.
It's
I just
not?
think Cute.
Oh.
This is
You
cute.
cannot wear that in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We buy almost all our clothes at the thrift store unless I make them. So thrift store shopping is like a favorite family pastime, would you say?
Yeah, and this was
Tell-
special because,
Come tell the thing.
well, we like never go to Goodwill, but Beast Friend wanted to go to Goodwill, so
Okay, you want
we
with
went
these
to
friends?
Goodwill, and it was really fun. And this is for
That's
the
cool. I
courtroom.
can wear that.
Yeah, you can wear that. You can wear that for mock trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Lou's gonna get this. I think I stole this from them. Lou put it in the
oops.
basket.
Oh, this is giving future lawyer.
No.
It's giving...
It's giving Riverdale, but...
Riverdale.
She actually bought it because you were like, I want to be someone from Riverdale.
Betty. I wanted to be Betty.
Oh, B does mock trial. She's pre-law. So Attorney Jai was asking why I said court. So she has to meet all of the same like dress code that
Yeah.
you have to be in court in Oregon.
I'd say stricter. 'Cause
More strict,
I
yeah.
feel like in real court, like, you're allowed to not wear just a pantsuit all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mhm.
in general, you have to wear the pantsuit.
You have to wear the pantsuit.
Pants, because
I
That's
got
our pants all have holes in the butt, so...
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
Because we sit so often.
Yeah. Yeah, I think for B, I would say, I don't know, you have a fair amount of your wardrobe is like attorney attire already.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Business casual.
or formal.
Yeah, and formal blazers and pants. Yeah.
I have a headache.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Okay, bye.
Thoughtin', plottin', and trottin'.
Bye. Enjoy your, yeah, have fun at the goth club. Okay, thanks, bye. Sorry, guys. Okay. Auf Wiedersehen. Can you close the door? Thank you. Okay. Okay. Pants are better than shirts and easier. Yes. Yes, I agree. I will tell her that, and I think that's sort of been her sentiment. I think a lot of at least in Oregon mock trial, a lot of the women wear pants, and so sometimes she wears a dress to stand out, a dress with a blazer over it. And also definitely a lot of flats because it's a lot of standing for mock trial, especially when they're running a couple of trials in a row. Stuff happening. Yeah, thank you for that feedback. That's what I was wondering, how much people are able to actually shut out their real life if they're filming in their home and their dogs are barking and their kids are running around. My house is a lot of chaos, and we don't really have boundaries. Like, my kids can come in my room whenever, and yeah, or I guess it's not like a lack of a boundary. That's just sort of an accepted understanding. So they'll just bust in whenever. Yeah. They're home on break. So my eldest kid is at Oregon State and my second eldest is at University of Oregon. So it's winter break for them. My third kid is at Portland Community College. He's also a senior in high school. So he's going to graduate pretty soon, I think with an honors diploma. And then we'll see what he's doing. He's applied to some colleges. And then my 14-year-old, this is his first year doing an early college program. So we previously were unschoolers. We're still unschoolers. It's just that my two youngest kids decided to go to community college for high school. So that's sort of what we're doing. And my job is just to support them and help them. So the 14-year-old still has another half a week of school and then he's done for the term. Yeah. Cats causing chaos. I don't have any cats. I have two dogs. We used to have three. One of our poodles passed away earlier this year. We have a standard poodle and then we have a Chihuahua Schnauzer poodle mix that's a rescue from Mexico City, who's actually my sister's dog, but we stole her because she fell in love with my second kid and my second kid fell in love with her. So she lives here now most of the time. Her name's Martha. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I'm super glad I got this account back. So I still have a bunch of strikes on this account and I still am dumped out of the creator fund. So hopefully that will get fixed over the next few days. But the fact that I even got my account back at all, Erin from Go Live Vegas, who's been on here, super, super helpful to help me get this account restored. I really thought I had lost it. And it's my own fault because I opened an email and there was a link in it and I shouldn't have clicked on it. I thought that it was from TikTok because I'm trying to get my blue check on TikTok. So I had submitted the form in app to get your blue check and they said that not all of the news sources were like credible enough. I guess one was from Vox and they rejected it. And so I was waiting for them. They said, well, you can reapply again for a blue check in the future. And I thought that that's what that email was about. So I opened it. Yeah. A lot are out of the creator fund these days. A number of folks and a couple of my mutuals have quit TikTok altogether. For me, the bulk of my income comes from YouTube. So even though it's really, really frustrating to have TikTok no longer be a place where, like a year ago, the majority of my income came from TikTok. And then my YouTube really blew up and my TikTok revenue went, I had a video on this platform that got 77,000 views and TikTok said that I made $1.12 from it. Almost all of the views are not from the FYP, but that can't possibly be correct. But I think more and more we're seeing people say that they're not getting the same kind of income off of videos that go really viral because for some reason it's not listing the views as coming from the FYP and they have to come from the FYP. Anyway, so my point was, it sucks that TikTok is much less user-friendly, creator-friendly than it was. And that's why I tried initially to make sure I'm diversified across a number of platforms. Although I probably should add a Substack. I don't have that yet. Toad chasing us so long to get verified. Yeah. Part of the problem for me was that I have a lot of news articles about me, but they are using my real name and not my business name. And so they got rejected for that reason, I think. Not that I'm like notorious and in the news all the time, but yeah. If they do well in the first couple months, then stop. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Kimber. Thank you for watching me on YouTube. That's awesome. I don't know if I get in trouble for saying that on TikTok Live. So in terms of creators doing really well the first couple of months, I only joined the Creator Fund in May of 2024. So I started using TikTok in April of 2024. I've not been on here very long. A lot of people have been on here a really long time. And I got monetized very quickly in like a month. And then I just started doing whatever since then. And for the first year, all of 2024, it was a pretty good living. It paid my mortgage and it paid all my bills in terms of my utility bills. And then not anymore. Yeah. My earrings are from Woodland's Custom Craft. She's really awesome. She has a TikTok and she also has an Etsy store. I love her stuff. Yeah. TikTok language is important to know. I'm afraid of what will get me dinged on live, so I'm trying to be careful. In real life, I swear a lot. If I'm saying a lot here and stumbling a lot here, it's because I'm really trying to rein in the swear words because I don't know if I'll get in trouble for dropping a bunch of F-bombs. So, yeah. Yeah, thank you. Thanks. Wow, this time goes by really fast. I don't know if anybody else who does lives, I thought this would be really difficult, but it's gone by really fast. Especially because for me, making TikTok videos, I'm really pretty introverted and awkward in real life, but when I film a video, it doesn't feel so overwhelming. And so when I'm doing this, it's like having a real conversation with a bunch of strangers, and it can feel like a little bit scarier. Yeah. I don't know if anybody else has any more questions. Maybe I'll stay on for another 5 minutes. Does that sound okay? 4 or 5 minutes? No swear word. Okay. Thank you. That's really helpful. I'll be careful. I'll be careful with that. Not to say words that might get me in trouble. I have noticed on YouTube used to not care about swearing. And then they changed the rule that in the first 7 seconds of a YouTube video, you couldn't drop the F-bomb or any other like really big swear words. And then in August, they took away that rule. But in the last couple of weeks, I've had 2 videos on YouTube demonetized because I swore too much. One, I said the P word, and then I said, drop the F-bomb 4 times. And they were like, that's too much. We're demonetizing your video. So I'm trying to be a little bit more careful. Okay, I'll be careful not to talk about those topics either. I guess I should say like reproductive rights instead of using that term. Yeah, or public health. Thank you. Thank you, Jen, for saying that. I really appreciate it. You can make a poll for topics. Okay, I will do that. Yeah, because I want to make sure I'm covering things that are meaningful for other people or helpful. Yeah. Okay, 2 more minutes, and then I'm going to go dip and eat my dinner. My husband's making dinner tonight. I think it's grilled cheese and tomato soup. Yeah. Thanks, guys. This was way less painful than I thought it was going to be. It was not as nerve-wracking as I thought it was going to be. Everybody can see that I don't really have any eyelashes in real life. Yeah. Whew. So I'll probably try and do this a couple of times a week and try to put out polls in advance to see what would be most helpful. Maybe do some Q&As. And yes, get some moderators. I'll get moderators before next time. And then also maybe I'll chat with Erin from Go Live Vegas to try and get some more tips so that I am a little bit more polished and professional and not quite so rambly, quite so like, yeah, trying to figure it out as I go along. And also, you know, I probably should make an effort to watch some of my mutuals' lives more often. I just don't really, I haven't had time. Although we did cancel Netflix, and I haven't really watched any movies or done any kind of other media for a while. So maybe I'll take some of that time and try and watch some more folks on lives. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Thanks, folks. I'm going to, a little as mods. Okay. Yeah. I would love recs for who should be a mod and what I should expect from them and how I can say thank you to them. If people want to be a mod, like, can I knit you something to say thank you? I don't really know how any of that works. So, yeah. Okay. I'm going to dip in less than 1 minute. Thank you everybody for being on here with me. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully I can figure out how to exit out of this, and I'll be back in a couple of days probably. Thank you.